What I liked about what you did with Stacked Marketer is that you paired that really pretty early with a paid subscription.
Mhm.
So how do you think of the free newsletter that you publish together with offering your paid newsletter and operating those kind of parallel, one generating revenue from advertisers and the other generating revenue from subscribers?
So that came as part of this following thought process. I think there's, for the most part, two ways to grow a newsletter business or a newsletter or a business that started as a newsletter. Either you do many more newsletters and you go from, from marketing, you go to finance, you go to agriculture, you go to HR, whatever. And this is something that Morning Brew has done from like finance and business. They went to a few different verticals. They went to, some other B2C topics. They basically use the same concept to start different newsletters in their ecosystem. And then there's probably another way where you can go more deep. You can go deeper into your existing niche, into your existing vertical. So go more into marketing. I think the Hustle is a good example of a newsletter who also then, instead of starting another like 2-3 newsletters, they had a subscription called Trends, where they essentially looked into what's trending in terms of business opportunities. That's how I would summarize it. So bringing potential business people, giving them ideas that are backed by data, that something is starting to become relevant for people. So we thought that, given our background of not being able to serve finance or other verticals, that it's best to go deeper into marketing. So then, how do you go deeper into marketing? You can have different newsletters on adjacent topics, like we have psychology of marketing, for example. But also, a lot of marketers will probably want to have deeper insights. So education came naturally there. So I would say the subscription part is essentially an education platform, and what kind of content and what kind of educational materials are there will evolve with time, with feedback and the whatever is more relevant. And then that's essentially, that was our idea, to go more in depth. And at that point, I think, because it's not a high volume, like you won't have tens of thousands of subscribers for a paid product. It would be nice, and at some point, hopefully, but it takes it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, and it takes a bit of luck too to reach such a point. For that reason, it's like sponsors will have limited interest. We explored some talks with sponsors, but when you compare, like, we have, or like back then it was 25,000, and now it's like 50, 60,000 for one newsletter. Like, oh, there's 25,000 that you can reach in this newsletter. There's these few hundred you can reach on the subscription. Like, which one do you want to advertise in? Like the answer is very obvious at that point.
Right.
And then when people want in-depth education, I mean, we know that people are very open to paying for quality education. I think that's not a speculation. It's the hard part is providing that quality education, and that's still a challenge that we always try to, become better at. But that was the thought process for us.
So if you enjoyed this clip and you'd like to benefit from more monetization secrets, go and register now for Monetization Daily. You can go to monetizationresearch.com to get it. It is a free newsletter that is absolutely awesome. It is delivered to your email inbox, and it contains lots of great monetization tips, tactics, and strategies that you will love. Again, head on over to monetizationresearch.com to get it now.